Well, Monday is the first official work day of the week, and today is another day like that. Today is Monday, the 30th day in the month of November 2020. It is still our morning show anyways. We call it Morning Spice right here on Flow 94.9 FM. This is the platform where we take a critical look at issues as it affects our dear nation, Nigeria, and also as it affects our dear state, Abia State. This morning, I want us to have an open discussion. But before we get to that, let me tell you my name. My name is Michael Oni, and it is the platform that comes on radio every Monday, every Wednesday, and also every Friday. It's going to be an extended version of the platform today. We have a special interview by 11 o'clock. That interview will feature a member of the House of Representatives from Abia State. He's also the spokesperson of the House of Representatives. That's Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who will be participating on the other side of the platform this morning. It will be a discussion segment. But before then, I want us to talk about the security issues in the country, the rate of insecurity in the country. I want us to find a lasting solution, if possible, on this program this morning. It's the platform. And of course, you understand that we take a critical look at issues as it affects our dear nation, Nigeria. Of course, it's so unfortunate. Only in the month of August 2020, we grappled with COVID-19, not knowing that there was NSAS and palliative stealing in the horizon. But let me start in this manner. It is no longer hidden that some places in Nigeria are unsafe. Let me put it mildly, relatively safe. If some persons might say, Michael, you're to the extreme. But let's take some examples. I understand that there are over 200 illegal routes in Ogun State. If you follow the killings in Rivers State, in the Igbo-dominated area, of course, the Biafran narrative also followed suit. In Benin City, Edo State and its environs, the rate of robbery, let me bring in pidgin parlance here. They will say no be here, and that happened after the correctional center was, there was a jailbreak in Edo State. Is it an attack on the billion van in Lagos that was recorded? I understand that there was an assassination of a traditional ruler in Ondo State. Even right here in Abia State, we have issues of kidnapping along Isukwato axis. Is it how safe Kaduna Abuja Highway is right now? The Jos Abuja Road, the Deaths Road of Yobe, Borno, and Adamawa State. Let me not remind you of insecurity in Zamfara State, how the governor of the state has been attacked severally, by bandits and of course Boko Haram. But over the weekend, something not so good, worrying, happened in this country, Nigeria. Boko Haram's killing of no fewer than 43 rice farmers in Jere local government in Zambamari, that's in Jere local government area of Borno State. That was on Saturday. It sparked fresh outrage over the worsening insecurity in the country. So I would like us to center our discussion on that this morning. Let's see if we can find a solution. I know you didn't have much time with Omoti this morning on the newspaper headlines also, but let's talk about that before we go straight to the flip side of the program, the discussion segment where we have Honorable Benjamin Kalu joining us later this morning on the program, the platform on Flow 94.9 FM. Very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. Some tabloids are reporting 44. Some tabloids are reporting 43. Some tabloids are reporting 40, while some persons are saying over 40. But the United Nations is putting the death toll of those farmers that died, that were killed, gruesome killings by Boko Haram sect, at 110. That's not so good. The remains of the victims killed on Saturday were interred yesterday after the funeral rites witnessed by Borno State Governor Professor Babangana Zulum, among other personalities. Top officials, including President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmed Lawan, House of Representatives Speaker, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, the Northern governors, as well as the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, the People's Democratic Party, and Afenifere, they've all condemned the carnage and urged the federal government to adopt more stringent measures to win the insurgent war. But the government also, federal government, has come out through Garuba Shehu. There was a statement released over the weekend to condemn the attack. But beyond condemnation, we want to see action. These are some of the things Nigerians are saying. In fact, it was trending on the internet, especially on Twitter. Zabamari massacre. It was called a massacre. I've seen some of the gory pictures coming from that place, beheading of farmers. Beyond this insecurity, we're writing towards scarcity of food, because they were farmers, working to ensure that we have a good food production in the country, and of course circulation of our commodity. We've been promoting made in Nigeria products for some months now, and our borders are closed. The Apex Niger Delta Social Group, also Pan-Niger Delta Forum, and the Arewa Consultative Forum also decried the carnage, which President Muhammadu Buhari himself described as senseless. Boko Haram slit the throats of farmers, in fact, cutting their heads off in the village near Maiduguri, the state capital. The terrorists were reported to have first tied up the farmers who were working in the rice fields before killing them. United Nations said the death toll might be higher than 43 being reported in several tabloids, adding that no fewer than 110 civilians were killed in the attack. Amnesty International came out and declared 10 women missing, raising the possibility of them being killed already and captured by the terrorists. Babangana Zulum, the governor of Borno State, has also said that Boko Haram still maintained a strong presence, I repeat, in parts of the troubled state, despite the claim by the federal government that the terror group doesn't hold any territory in the country. In fact, technically defeated. And of course, the farmers under the umbrella of the All Farmers Association of Nigeria have warned of an imminent food crisis, as virtually all the northern states with major agricultural production activities, including Zamfara, Katsina, Sokoto, and Kebbi, are currently affected by the activities of non-state actors, which have forced many farmers to vacate their farms. And we've seen the condemnation by some of the stakeholders in the country. The PDP also came out, the major opposition party in the country, through a statement by the National Publicity Secretary of the party, Mr. Kola Ologbondiyan, describing the massacre as wicked, as devilish, and must not be left unaddressed. It's noted that the horrific killing of compatriots comes as yet another of the recurring horrid testament and badge of failure of President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration to secure the nation and guarantee the safety of lives and property. Well, I'm throwing the lines open. What do you make of this? And how can we find a lasting solution to the insecurity issues bedeviling this country, Nigeria? My lines are very much open now. Let's talk. Let's have an open discussion this morning. 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. You can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. It is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on Flow 94.9 FM. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm good. My name is Sir Ike.
Sir Ike, you're welcome.
Yes, it's very, very, very unfortunate what we're experiencing in this country in the times of security. And you can see our problem remains leadership. Our problem has always been the leadership of this country. Before APC took over, security challenges were one of the major things they promised this country. And it was one of the major reasons why people decided to switch to APC to try President Muhammadu Buhari, who has been leading this country over the past 6 to 7 years now. And this is one person who promised us that in 3 months that he will bring Boko Haram to nothing in this country. And 3 months has amounted or giving birth to over 6 years. And yet the killing of these people, our citizens, are on the increase. Michael, let me tell you, The problem of this country remains in the hand of the presidency, who has refused to reshuffle or sack or remove these particular things, security heads of this country. And it will never be a problem, or be solved if this thing is not handled. Remember, the security heads of this country are one-sided. And these are the sentiments attached that you cannot face insecurity in a country where you have your brothers committing crime. It's not easy for you to tackle or harm them easily. There will be this sentiment of psychological or emotion that will be attached. If only security of this country will be handled the way it should be, President Muhammadu Buhari by now supposed to have removed some of these persons who have.
All right, sir. I quickly wrap up a thought. So you're preferring a solution. You're preferring a solution of a service chiefs overhaul. They should be sacked.
Yes, exactly.
All right, great. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us this morning. We're also live on Facebook. You can drop your comments there. Hello, good morning to you.
Michael.
Yes, you're welcome.
I remember Mr. Prince Will from here in Omonachogo.
All right, Mr. Prince Will.
Michael, there is a balance in my area. Also, they say the fence in a ego is not peripherally on it, but it is immersed in that ego. Who is the head of state? The North. Who is the chief of security officer of the nation? The chief security officer, the North. Who are attacking themselves? The North. The issue, the problem of Boko Haram is the North. And this Zulu for Borno State has educated somebody. That is why we are hearing this. A big number of northern governors can even plan against this. Imagine what happened during the NSAS. They said no. The northern governors came up and said no. They don't like the abolition of the sacking of the that's kind of what is the problem they have. To me, what is going on in the north is what we call guerrilla warfare.
Your term is guerrilla warfare, but if we beyond the northern part of the country, you will agree with me that we also have some issues in other parts of the country beyond the Boko Haram and the banditry going on in the northern part of the country. We have kidnapping also taking place in the southern part of the country.
You have categories of crime. That of Boko Haram is still in the north. When you talk of kidnapping, you can take from the southwest here. They can the Boko Haram. What is it is still Boko Haram.
All right, can you change your location so that we can have a better reception, Mr. Princeville, while you prefer a solution to the issues of insecurity? Sir Ike said...
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Sir Ike said that there is a need to sack the service chiefs. Do you think sacking the service chiefs will prefer a lasting solution to the issues we have concerning insecurity in the country?
Whoever removes dog food and the monkey from his house, if you remove the problem will, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
If you remove the service, the problem will not be solved. Like I was saying before the interruption of the pure guerrilla warfare.
So what will solve this issue you termed as pure guerrilla warfare?
What will solve it is the collaboration of the community people, the internal security. The JTF should be involved in this act, because you can't tell me that Nigerian soldiers can pass a particular community in the north. When they are coming back, one man should be led against them without the knowledge of the community. So this is a very serious allegation. So to me, I believe all and sundry in the north, they are emirs, they are traditional rulers, they are landoros, and all what to have them must be involved in this act.
All right,
if
Mr.
not,
Princeville, let's
allow others. The Nigerian soldiers are usually can never work.
All right. Thank you for your take. That's another solution being provided. Yes, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Yeah, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome, Alvan.
Yeah, okay, it's Alphon. I'm calling you from then.
All right.
Honestly, the security situation in this country is becoming something else, and definitely it will lead to food crisis or shortage of food, especially in the northeast if nothing is done. You see, it's not only it go beyond tracking of the services. Yes, we really need to change tactics. You can't be playing and you are getting almost the same result, very poor result, and you are still maintaining with such thing. I don't think it will work. But there is no way you will fight insecurity, using only the police or the soldier. This idea of community policing shouldn't be on paper. There should be practical approach to it. Involve the local people. This army has been fighting, and these terrorists, they roam around, they stay with the people. Why not you use the people, to get intelligent information where these people are? And again, this idea of
do you think
reintegrating them into the society, is it really working?
That's another aspect that has received knocks from the people. But Alvan, just a moment.
It's all about the recycling of these terrorists.
Alvan,
stop this idea of hello.
Yes, just a moment. Do you think people will freely want to give out information about Boko Haram? It has happened in the past where Boko Haram will overrun a village because according to them, they will say they gave out information to the security operatives, and at the end of the day, they won't be protected by the people, by the security operatives that they are giving such information to. So, do you think that will also help? Yeah.
When we are talking about this community policing, you must train, people. You must undergo training on information gathering and how to handle such information. It's not necessarily the local people coming to give. There should be, this local vigilante. You train them, on how to go about information gathering and the process of dissemination. This thing must work. And again, apart from that, this idea of settling repented Boko Haram or whatever you call them, or this band, how are you sure they have repented? We've seen a kind of system where these terrorists have been recycled.
So which solution are you proffering now, Alvan?
Suggestion the solution I'm preferring.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to give a practical approach to this community policing. The local people must be involved in the process of intelligence gathering and dissemination. Then we must change tactics. We must jig. We must restructure the security network of this. This idea of this power being exclusive is where even the state governors have little or no control. You see that the governor of Borno is almost crying.
All right, Alvan.
Because they are telling them that they cannot even try these terrorists. Everything is in the hands of federal government. It's not supposed to be so.
Thank you very much, Alvan. I picked devolution of power so that security also can be taken care of at the state level. We've got a thread on our Facebook page. In fact, we have visuals running. If you want to see my face, you can head on to our Facebook page. We've got messages there. Omaga Namani says, watching live from Enugu, the recent killing of farmers in Borno State is quite barbaric, callous, and gruesome. Let the security architecture be totally overhauled for efficiency and effectiveness. Surprisingly, our leaders are more after power than tackling these challenges. Ezeka Elvis says that the incessant and senseless killings in Borno and the entire northern states is unacceptable. I think the entire service chiefs should resign honorably from their various offices. I commiserate with the bereaved families. RIP to the dead. Good morning to you, Michael Oni. Much love, Flow FM. Thank you. Keep your comments coming on our social media platforms. On Facebook at Flow 949 FM, and on Twitter is at Flow 949 FM. Of course, keep your calls coming and messages. If you just joined us, it is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions. The event of the last 1 month, in fact, the one that happened over the weekend, have proven more than ever before how urgent it is to examine and reflect on the extant security architecture of our land, and that's what we're looking at this morning. Let's prefer a solution. Let's see if some of these solutions can help. Of course, prefer a lasting solution to the issues of insecurity that is presently bedeviling Nigeria as a country. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Just for a very brief one, for the second time, too,
Okay, sir.
I want to emphasize, yes,
Okay.
I still insist that the sack of the security head is the primary thing the presidency must do,
Okay.
followed by a reintegration of new heads that will provide very intelligent and new strategies, provided that the appointment of new security heads spread across the country, not one-sided. This one-sided of this appointment that is one of the problems that we are finding, we are having in the tackling of this security in the north.
So you're calling for a fresh idea in managing the security architecture
who can come up with a new theory, a fresh theory that will provide solution to the insecurity of the north.
All right, Sir Ike. Thank you very much. We've got another person on the line. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I am calling from Modimaya.
All right, Mr. Love Smile.
The kind of insecurity we have in Nigeria is very, very poor. When I was watching the news this morning, head of the plane in Borno, like I was heartbroken this morning. Like, how can the Boko Haram to their center in a city kill up to that amount of people, number of people? Like, what are the military doing over there, or what are the police doing over there? Like, it's too much. This is the time that we, the people that we elected, to show us what and the reason why we elect them. We cannot elect them every day. They are calling us PDP, APC, every day. But yet, our people is dying. People, they are people every day. Like, one of the reason why are you in that seat there? What is the people that we elect you and vote you? That if we to secure the lives of people and do everything to easy, like every day people are dying of hunger, killing everybody. We are still here. It's telling us that you're not giving up a reasonable answer of what we and the reason why we are like there. At least it's the time for us to know the reason why we let them there. And the one you see is another one. Let them take charge of all the security people in over there. It's time for them to take position. All those social places these people are hiding, it's for them to go and put them there over there so that they can secure the last of it. We cannot be hearing and killing every day, and they are not doing anything there. It's time for them to set out. We don't want to hear any reason of that. The best of answers, let it be there.
All right, Love Smile. Thank you very much. You're saying we should hold our leaders accountable, and some of the promises made during their campaigns. Good morning, Flo. This is coming from our Facebook page. Paulo B says the security of the country is mess as it stands now, not only in the north, everywhere. Imagine Nigeria ranked third in the whole world in terrorist and insecurity. The problem of the country remains bad leadership. Please, government should bring more security measures. Not only the police and army, homeland security and other measures will be fruitful. Train them on how to make their moves. I believe it will help a lot. God bless Flo. Obi-Wan Nepal from Umahia. That has been a subject of discussion also in several quarters. The issue of state policing, Southwest came up and they started their own Amotekun. Some states have homeland security like Abia State. How effective do you think it is the right way to go in tackling the insecurity situation in Nigeria? Don't forget the North do have the northern part of the country. Those have JTF2, the Joint Civilian Task Force, helping the soldiers also. So, Wisdom Ikechukwu Okorochukwu says to confront terrorists to logical conclusion to host community or indigenous race of the same faith of Islam should not be among the theater commanders. Let the Igbos and other ethnic high-ranking in army be drafted to deal with Boko Haram. The Northerners who are Fulanis are sympathetic to Boko Haram. Well, that's your opinion anyways. That's some clannish statement there. But then he's saying that those that are not from that side of the country, religious, we should look towards the religious line in deploying soldiers that will tackle insecurity. in the country, especially the north, where we have a Boko Haram rampart. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform. Let's talk about security in Nigeria.
Hello, Makeloni.
Yes, good morning to you.
Good morning. I am Frank Aparacha from Mumbai.
All right, Mr. Frank.
Yeah, the problem of Nigeria, insecurity and what have you, is based entirely on the strength of that is the population of Nigeria. Nigeria cannot be the one country that we run the system of government we are running now. So the people in power should listen to the cry of the masses, both north, west, and the east. People are clamoring for a kind of government that will suit them. The Boko Haram people are clamoring for a government that will suit them. So let our leaders, whether in the Senate or where, come together. Bring ideas on how to restructure this country. That is the solution.
So,
if those people want to stay in their own, they stay. Follow their own. If they want to be Islamic country, they be. If the Biafran people want to be their own, they be. If the West people, I don't know what they are called, is it Odudu or what, they be. That is the problem of Nigeria. We are too big to be a country, my friend.
That's your opinion anyways, but you're mixing things up here. We're talking about how to end insecurity. You're talking about secessionists. You're mixing it up with restructuring. I think you should go check it out. Restructuring is quite different from secessioning. It's quite different from a country breaking away from one country. That's not what restructuring is about. Maybe you go read up about restructuring anyways. But let's talk about insecurity in the country. What do you think will be the lasting solution? Well, interesting. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm Godwin by name.
All right, Godwin.
I speak as a Christian because I believe what the Bible says is the final say in everything I do.
All right.
In the book of Revelation chapter 6 verses 3 and 4, an angel was given a sword to take peace away from the earth in the last days, and that is where we are living now. He was given a sword to give humans to slaughter themselves. 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 12 says that the wicked men and impostors will advance from bad to worse. Leviticus chapter 35 verses 33 and 34 says that Lord spoils the land or defiles the land, and that the only way to appease to the land is by killing those who steal the innocent blood. And those people that are supposed to be killed as a prey are the people that Nigerian government is recruiting to the army. So how will it work? The solution now is the ultimate and the everlasting solution is the kingdom of God and nothing else. Even though that humans can work to the extent that humans can, to the extent that we can bear to the bearable minimum as humans we are, the only thing that they can do, as the last caller said, everybody go to the original rule yourself. Simple. It's not that it is going to stop crime altogether. No. The entire world is filled with crime. You see, everywhere it is happening in Ethiopia with their neighboring countries, it is happening there, all over the world. The only thing that prayer Jesus taught in Matthew chapter 6, verses 9 to 15, that we should pray for God's kingdom to come. And that we should pray that you are not led into the hand of the wicked one, Satan the devil. Because we should pray for this.
So the solution you're proffering, is it prayer or we should turn to God?
No. This is what I'm saying. The prayer I'm talking about is for you as a person. Because what I like to fall into the hand of the wicked one, because prayer cannot stop Bible prophecy from fulfilling. God will not answer such prayers. So what I said before is that for humans to do what they can to reduce it to the bearable minimum is that they should decide the course for everybody go to your region and rule yourself. It will not stop
All right. Thank you for your contribution. But then, I understand our sentiment, especially in this part of the country. I quite understand our sentiment. But my question is, how do we arrest this worsening insecurity? Many persons are saying, well, we should go our way. But do you think going our way will put an end to insecurity? That's the question. That's a big question. Putting an end, a lasting solution to the insecurity in the country. Don't forget, before we are Igbos, before we are Yorubas, before we are Hausas, and all other ethnicity. We are one Nigeria first. Before then, let's tackle this issue before we talk about breaking away and before we talk about secession. And of course, I would also like us to stay on the topic of today. How do we arrest the worsening insecurity in the country? Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Mike. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
It is Mana Mike talking to you from BC.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. There was a man there who was quoting so much Bible for you. I think he wanted to. Personally, I will say we are talking there about insecurity. How to solve it is wasting time. Frankly speaking, wasting time, because if you speak it till 100 years coming, insecurity will continue.
Why do you think so?
So there is no need of talking about it.
There is no need of talking about insecurity, and people should keep dying.
Yeah, it will go on. It will go on like that, whether man like it or not, because they don't want know the solution. I think that man who talked and quoted Bible for you told you that it is only God's kingdom that will solve the problem. No man's government, no power on earth can solve this problem.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. But God, I'm sure, I understand our sentiment also, but God didn't command us to be killing ourselves. No, He did not. Neither did He say that one person should kill the other so that you can rule what we have. So I'm only asking the solution, and you're saying we turn to God. We've been praying, prayer without work. What are we going to achieve without that? And that's what I'm asking you this morning. What are we going to do? Which work are we going to do to curtail this insecurity situation in the country?
Good morning.
Yes, you're welcome.
I'm Pastor Sama Tumboko, the one in Afaruku, hosting a beautiful office.
All right, Pastor. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, sir. The issue of insecurity in Nigeria. The foundation of the composition of the security architecture is both born out of injustice and provocative elements. And the Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed, what will the righteous do? The issue is that there is a fundamental fault while the security architecture is being composed. And if they can be humble enough to correct that fault, naturally, solution will come. Secondly, sir, there is wrong approach from the military. Most of the media war are irrelevant, expensive, and waste of resources. It is also provocative to the terrorists when they hear about the media war coming from the security agents. It is diversionary of purpose. Thirdly, sir, look at the example of Pakistan from USA. USA was able to locate one man in Pakistan all the way from USA. Now look at the distance between Sambisa Forest and Abuja. And yet we are not able to solve it. But the truth is that the people we call Yahoo boys are in a position to solve this thing if our government are willing and obedient. Thank you, sir.
Interesting, but just before we go, you mentioned something about media war. What exactly do you mean by media war?
What I mean by media war, the army is always telling us we have captured them, we have eliminated them, there's no more. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, I'm getting
Even
you.
the Minister of Information is all helping matter. How can you say that Boko Haram is dead? They are gone, they are defeated. So, it is confrontational. This statement makes the terrorists to become more aggressive. It's just like a war waking up tomorrow now and say you can do nothing. I mean, you can't tell a man he's gone or he can do. No. Look at the example the US applied. in USA, before Osama bin Laden was captured, the government gave Osama bin Laden total silence. Everything they were doing it secretly. And even Osama bin Laden thought that he was forgotten. I mean, just few weeks before he was caught.
All right, Pastor.
So let the army land, please.
I do appreciate. That's another angle that we should not blow our trumpet, especially if we achieve anything. Sometimes people don't even believe when our radio station, television stations, and of course our newspaper tabloids report, the Nigerian army decimated a particular number of Boko Haram terrorists. There was a bombing, shellings in their camps and the likes. So there should be a reduction in what he termed media war. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike.
You're welcome.
Yes, my name is Victor Ndovoka.
All right,
I'm calling from Amik.
All right, Mr. Victor, you're welcome.
Yes, the issue of insecurity is very, very important in a state like Nigeria. And the president of Nigeria, I think, has that responsibility to secure, because one of the main purposes of government is security. I think from what I have observed with the current administration is that the question of security is centered around Abuja, regarding the presidency and all whatnot, those in the state apparatus, and neglecting other parts of the country by paying lip service to other parts of the country. Security is a network. And in terms of security, if you look at America is a very big country. And in America, they have outposts where you have people, they employ espionage, like the CIA and other security networks that bring information, inform the government into the various the crack teams that are, in various locations in the states. And Nigeria, I think, lack that capacity to organize themselves and take care of the security system. I don't know the reason why the president has consistently maintained the security peace, even while they have not been able to contain the insecurity system in Nigeria. And there have been calls by many Nigerians, eminent Nigerians, for him to change rules in the system. If they are not meant to protect him, if they are meant to protect the entire country, I think he has to tie other hands.
All right.
So
you're calling for the sack. You think the sack of the security chiefs will actually bring fresh ideas and, of course, rejig the security apparatus in the country.
Employ the entire system and send people into the nooks and crannies of this country, and let them bring information on how to tackle insecurity in Nigeria. Not sitting in Abuja, concentrating in Abuja. I don't think that the president knows most of the states, has gone around most of the states. He only concentrates in Abuja and the north.
All right.
Some areas in the north.
I do appreciate your contribution this morning. Yes, keep your comments coming through our studio phone lines 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. Don't forget you can keep your messages coming also 0906 510 8289 on the SMS line. Okay, Zia says let us be on our own, be vigilant. That's the more reason why the Ministry of Homeland Security should be up and doing. Interesting. We've got more messages on the Facebook page, but keep the messages coming. I'm going to read them. Definitely keep your messages coming on our Facebook page, Flow 949 FM. Flow 949 FM. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Charles.
All right, Charles from Umahia. You're welcome.
Yeah. You see, it is not only security, the problem we have in this country. In fact, other problems that are the things that are affecting security,
Yes.
ethnicity, religion, and things like that. I think that is it should even be the major problems that are affecting security.
Okay.
See, none of them that call, they will tell you, talk about Islam and talk about, but they forget. They say they are Christians and Muslims and things like that. If you go to Israel today, within Jerusalem, you have almost all the churches, all the religions as their center. They are in Jerusalem. You have a mosque for Islam. You have Judaism. You have Christianity within Jerusalem. And then yes, if somebody will tell you he's a Christian, he's a Muslim, and all he's talking about is something that will divide Nigeria. But my own thing is that they're saying that heaven help those who help themselves. Like you ask, what are we going to do to secure our country?
You're saying we've been so divided along religious line.
That is the major problem we have in this country. Another one is corruption. Those I think that the major problems we have, and those things are affecting security.
Security.
So yes. So what I'm saying is that like you ask, what should we do to secure our country? Like we say, we hear it every day in the news. Security is everybody's business. So what we should ask ourselves individually, what should be our role in our house, in our village, in our state, then in the country? That is what we should ask ourselves. Are we doing what we are supposed to do? Then these areas in the north that have all these problems, what are they doing? The governor, is it only complaining and then blaming this person, blaming? What do you do with your security vote? All these homeland security and these things, you are mapping out money and all this stuff.
That issue of security vote, are you saying it should be scrapped for the governors, or it should be probed, or they should devote more of it into the insecurity issues that we have in the country?
What I'm saying is even before now. I think those who, for instance, that security vote, have what is happening now at heart. I think they had it in mind when they started talking about security vote. So the security vote should be, this is the time to use it. Groups of people who will be getting information. I think that is what is inland and native and what do you call them, security people should be doing in every community now, especially in the north. They should be giving, their staff should be now to be giving information to the military. The military cannot do everything and cannot be everywhere at a point in time.
All right,
so these people should be, everybody should now look at it as a problem to Nigeria and to our communities. And we will have to be, doing some specific tasks as far as security is concerned.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Charles raised a very pertinent issue there concerning the insecurity issues, saying that we've been so divided along the ethnic line and along religious line. Someone will just come up and say, well, it's none of my business. It is happening in the north. Have you forgotten that insecurity in the north will affect food distribution in the country? Just like we're depending on some food items, commodities from the northern part of the country, as they are depending on some food commodities also from the southern part of the country. Just think about it. All right. Hello, good morning to you. Yes, welcome to the platform. You're live on radio.
Good morning.
Yes, you're welcome.
Mr. Mike Oni.
Good morning, Chief Sebastian.
This is Chief Sebastian from Istubo, Imo State.
You're welcome, Chief.
Yeah. Endorse the person that talked about military media campaign. And you can observe that any time they say they have almost wiped out insurgency in the north.
Yes.
Particularly the Boko Haram. 2 days after, they will start bombing everywhere. They will start rocketing everywhere. They will start using the AK-47 to kill people and burn down their houses. So it has to be yielding. They should change their strategy and military tactics, because it hasn't got the same tactics and the strategy with that of frontal warfare. This one is the one that needs intelligence, military intelligence, the local men intelligence, and the police intelligence. All of them should use powerful intelligence in order to fight this insurgency.